And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Alright, to Kothos. Yeah, he's still there instead of... Well, he is the leader of the Temple Knights, so that makes sense. Hello, from Albert. Nice to see you again. Great night as always. Lucia. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? Well, the Alamegan Resistance is about to start a war. I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would have certainly sent some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments of Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will, of course, send an envoy to attend the council meeting in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons, prior to proceedings. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? Of course. I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handlew that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Pray accompany Lucia to the Gates of Judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. He will speed you on your way. Not chilly. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the Gates of Judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. It's gonna be Emelian. Emenelian, isn't it? I'm just betting it's gonna be Emenelian or Arthoil. Or Arthoil. An Emelian or Arthoil? Maybe they're dead, because he is technically no longer the head of their house, so. As we meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. I concede that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarcely dry on the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see the garrison is ready to defend the border. Sounds good to me. You want to go to Camp Dragon? Here. We go to Camp Dragon here. Dragon Head is close enough to where we can just fly there. Okay, so... The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Fen? You may see a familiar face. Fen, old boy. How wonderful to see you, and Sir Himmerk too. What do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine. Brought in from the kitchens at once, if you'll excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honorroy. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. So, those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as natural as breathing to a Garl. I mean, to an Imperial. And thus, we strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall be so sure to communicate. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Frankel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly in a helm? You're not wearing a helm. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yes, we can, but play the hand we're dealt, and with a little help from the veterans, and Honorroy's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. The Black Shroud. Yeah, if you're a new commander somewhere, and there's a lot of veterans there who can kind of just help you do everything, then it's usually a good idea to rely on them. So, in any military, you have your commissioned officers, and then you have your non-commissioned officers, right? So, when you start off as a commissioned officer, you generally are going to want to rely on your non-commissioned officers to really help you get stuff done. So, because the non-commissioned officers, they have the respect of their men, they can really get stuff done, they know how to get the men and women, I suppose, to do what you need them to do. So, it definitely helps. Not that I have any experience with that. But, yeah, from what I've been told, from what I've read, it helps a lot. Alright, Sir Imric. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as the first time I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yeah, but duty calls, you know? Ah, yes, of course. 'Tis like we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? the Lotus Stone, then. Conjures. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way, if you and the Lamontian party as well, it seems. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Merc. Admiral. Always a pleasure. And Fen, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day of reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escorts. Master Finn, I was glad to hear from Royal that missing scions are now been found. There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope that my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Master Elfina, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alizé, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Fen for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Forgive me, my lord. I was but waiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I am most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight by your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, dear sister. May the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. Should we be on our way as well? Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious as to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Belzar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Allied decision. Well, let's go. Head on back to the Rising Stones. Oh. Well, Alizé. What's up? Ah, welcome back, Finn. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome sometimes to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. It's not really that bad. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Indeed. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Sounds good. In we go. That one guy is still AFK. Ah, you are returned from the council. But what about Alpino? Did some other matter require his attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl. How's Minago doing? She will be all right, won't she? Don't you see for yourself? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tara's keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there are any changes to her conditions. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she'll make a full recovery. Oh, thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each nation, Ishgard including, is committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Isa, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Right. To open hostilities without due consideration would only invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. Pat is familiar with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryl and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Leveliers? I will return to the East Shroud, and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Fen? Gridania would be safer for your presence. And while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages, and so on? Oh, to hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak with the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. I'm going to go use the restroom. Be right back. And at last, I have returned. And just making sure nothing crazy is happening. Looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and get on into it then, shall we? Griffin on the wall. What madness have you saw? I guess. So I got this at a convention recently, where I got that shirt. A little weird to see in the lighting, but it's nice. Nice little water bottle. Alright, so... Hello, Alpha. Ah, Fen, there you are. Come, our Maxrats of the Spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to appraise any of us. Should be able to appraise us of any of the developments. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed. I was about to say, 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have any need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Oh, don't worry, Alpha now. We'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Eater. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So, which is it? It would seem best to decide before we begin negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo, I shall shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the Spire? Our alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Okay. Amorax's Spoya. Fastest way to get down, right? Welcome, Warrior of Lions. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officers. You will find him on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. They've dragged half the watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves, I'll have not seen many of you since the day of the grand melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say, what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening to see that most of the realm's most stalwart defenders are thus gathered for common cause. Speaking of which, what news at the wall? All's been quiet. Huh? Report! What? 7 hells. Fighting's broken out atop the wall. a full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible! We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamiga. He could then entice a rebellion amongst a population which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Fen, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin and do what we can do. And if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Yeah, I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. You must prepare the Imperial's reprisal. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Oh, hey, they all didn't nod in unison this time. They all sort of like nodded at slightly different times. Forward, comrades! Wait, that's right, he's Macho Man ain't Renders. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. May this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Brother, Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Brother.